All right, today is December 10th, Saturday, and yesterday I haven't been recording videos since past 2-3 days. Was very busy with house cleaning and stuff. But yesterday, they have to make issue about every single thing. So since morning, right after I prepared breakfast and lunch for my hubby in morning, like 5 o'clock. And they started to give me shooting needle pains for almost 3, 4, 5 hours, and they always give me in my abdomen, and it's yesterday they were giving me in like left abdomen. So they wanted to make issue about whatever, just a regular. I just made like boiled eggs and like veg hoagie for my hubby, and they had to like they always have to make some issue about it. I don't even know what their problem was. And then I had to prepare like a proper Indian dinner for like yesterday night. So I don't know, they started just poking needles and needle pain in my abdomen. The entire like 4 or 5 hours was shooting pain. And then after that, they at night, like they do slave programming. So what they do is, if I eat, even after my hubby is done eating, or like, they'll start giving me abdomen pain. Or if he has left something in his plate, they just gave me like a little thing in my left eye. They do all this kind of stuff which they're with their witchcraft. They will remove my eyelash and they'll do all this kind of stuff. So it means, yes, correct, that is what we are doing. We are slave programming. So even if, say, there's something left over, say I just made some salad, and say there's just some leftover, whatever, cucumber or something, right, in his plate, and he's done eating, and if I take that and they just start giving me twitching on my right hand, okay, they always do it on anything on the right side, like don't do that, right? So they started doing this yesterday night after I was done eating, and then they also gave me one shooting needle pain in my abdomen, okay, at the same time. So it was like they're programming that, oh, don't eat that, like, I'm like, I don't like to waste food, so whatever it is left over, I was just finishing that. So this is kind of slave programming they do. Then yesterday night only, after a long time, my husband had some little allergy. He's just started sneezing. That is his allergy. That he'll just start sneezing for like 10-15 times. And then he, right, like when he was coming out of the restroom, and he was just standing there. He was still in the kitchen, and it was right by the cupboard where and I just abruptly said, like, you might want to take halls or something where it will like soothe you down. So he's standing right there, and we always keep like halls right there. So well, why did he take it out? So just to tell that they gave me a burn on my cheek. I've taken the photo, and it's like a red dot, and they did it yesterday night, and then today morning, just then there was nothing. When I woke up, there was nothing. But as I was coming out, they can induce thoughts. So somehow the thoughts came in my mind about that yesterday night thing, and with that induced thought, they again gave me that burning thing. So I've taken the photo of my cheek, where they burned my cheek, and it's a red dot, like from the burn. So they might be using directed energy weapons, or just their witchcraft, which they love, And how in peripheral movie, Almas Jacob just exposed, like how they make everyone's body is possessed by these genes or demons by witchcraft, and then they can move muscles and everything without their own will. And this is what I've been talking about, that they have moved my muscles. They have given me sleep while I was driving, so that there will be accident of my car, just to tell, oh no, don't buy lottery, okay? That is all they wanted to tell. But there were 4 people in the car, and they made the accident, okay? So at time they cannot see their own criminal activities, where they are inducing extreme headache. It wasn't even a headache. It was such a as if there are 10 tons of some weight is placed on my head, and it's so artificial. I can tell it's not a normal headache, because one can never sleep in the car, and I never understood how people sleep while driving. And even like once I was with my nephew and niece, they're like they were like in 6 7 years old back then, just like few years ago, and it was extreme summer hot. I'd taken water bottles for everybody, like the cooling ones where when you fill the water it will last cold for like 12 or 24 hours, something like that, the vacuum water bottles. So I'd taken it for all them. Even in the cooler we had some extra water bottles with the ice packs and all, but I did not take for myself, and I was so extremely thirsty. So everybody, after we came from the garden, everybody had a sip of water from the water bottle. But as soon as I went to sip it, there was a one big horn, like honk, like somebody was around there, because they always put their gang stalkers around. So it's like, oh, you don't drink that. And then right after, when we went to restaurant and we filled up the water cups for everybody, literally, like, I had placed the water cups on the table, and one of my water cup, they literally made my hand shook like this. I didn't do it, and the cup fell down. It means you don't drink water. Okay, this is how they do mind programming of me. And I knew it was artificial, because that is what Dr. Robert Duncan, the CIA guy, he had said on his website. I saw it once, that we have the power to even move somebody's muscles. And how are they doing? Is everybody implanted? No, they are doing via witchcraft. It's simple, as Almas Jacob says, that and I can tell right from my eyes that they have done witchcraft on me, where they're like some kind of genes and demons, because they're sexually seducing me, and the only way to do sexually seduce is, to have these genes or demons, whatever witchcraft. And the black lady who had come on CNN on Anderson Cooper's show, she already said that we can summon demons to do the sexual rape or sexual seducement, she said it on CNN, Anderson Cooper. But obviously Anderson Cooper wanted to make fun of that lady and just, say everything is just BS, but that is not right. They are showing it in their witchcraft and everything in their movies now. So anyways, so that was that. And then they gave me a cut. I don't know how to show this cut, because this was like 2-3 days ago, and you can see little vertical line. I'm not even able to point this like right. I don't know how to even point this, but you can see the vertical line, right? That vertical, it was a cut they gave me. It was in the afternoon. I was preparing just some snacks, for my hubby. And I think he wanted popcorn. I didn't have it. I mean, it was out of blue, he said. Like, usually he doesn't watch movie or anything. It was like after a long time, out of blue, he just said it. I'm like, no, we don't have it at home. So, I will. But then I'd taken the green chickpeas that I had, and so I started roasting it, and he loves that too. And I don't know, they had problem with that, or I was even making his the Mexican burrito for the next day. I was just doing some preparation for it, and I don't know, they had some problem about hygiene. They always have some problem with the hygiene thing, okay? And I always wash my hands. I always wash all the vegetables. I do everything as possible. Somehow, I don't know where exactly they had to make, but at the same time when they gave me the card, they also had the bike raving at the same time. The motorcycle, or even the car engine, it just raves at the same time. So I know all this in synchronization. They do it, the gang stalkers. So but they had to make issue, and so I had to deal with this burn, because once it's a cut, it was bleeding also, like little bleed, you can see little blood. It's red color and you can see it. So they have to make issue about every single thing. It's all about slave programming and mind, right? But so even if I grab something that my mother-in-law had touched somewhere, right, in the refrigerator, and because she never washes her hands, and she just touches everywhere, like, or her hair, or even my father-in-law, they touch the trash cans, and they never wash their hands, and they just touch everywhere. But they will not give any muting ear or like ear burns or cheek burn or electric shocks on their head or cuts on their body. But if I go touch it somewhere, what they have touched, and like she's not even here for like a month now, and say, and I've washed all these plates after she left. I washed so many plates, just because I wanted to now started using it, because I was cooking everything. Mine was different because this is how they did the slave programming to me, right? Like, oh, don't touch this, or wash your hands, or we will do this and we'll do that. They will, all this programming was done so much, um, where they make issue about this hygiene stuff all the time. And oh, no, even if once we were going to Florida, and my hubby, like in the morning, where I prepared everything, like packing bags, and I'm making this breakfast and washing plates at the same time, and just last moment packing. And then I just told my hubby to fill up water bottle, and that's it. Why did you tell your hubby to fill up water bottle? And they made an issue where they started giving me shooting pain in my, where the neck area is, and where your right side, there's a little kind of, you feel the little bony thing right on top of the collarbone. It's like a vertical thing. So they started giving me shooting pain there for almost all of my driving, for like, because we were driving to Florida. So they gave me that pain for 5 hours, 6 hours. I don't even, after we reach Florida, I don't know, it's 7, 8 hours. I don't know. Yeah. So they gave me just for that little thing. So this is how they do slave programming and sex programming and absolute physical and mental torture. So yesterday, the abdominal pain they gave me for so many hours, it was absolute BS for no reason. My hubby had his food. We had nice dinner. We loved it, and I mean, that was absolutely no issue. But they had to make issue about every single thing, right? Um, so yeah, they just, even today morning they gave me this burn, and I've taken the picture of it too. And we and the Ambrance guy, the who is fooling people around, the Ambrance guy, he runs this channel called Ambrance, and he said, oh, when you're dropping things from your hand, it means that the God is telling you that you're running late, or like it's not you who are doing it, it's God doing it. And you'll see once why you are not receiving everything in your life, and you're like chosen ones, and you're this and that. And now I get it, what he was talking about, because the exact same thing CIA guy said, that we have the ability to move your hands, I mean, involuntary thing. And the same thing Almas Jacob said today in his peripheral movie video, right? That they make the body possess, and then you move your hands. It's your involuntary thing. You're not doing it at your own will. So all these three people, Almas Jacob, the Ambrance guy, CIA guy, Robert Duncan, they are saying the one same thing, that you move your hand without your own will. And so, but the Ambrance guy is saying the God is doing it, when in reality now he's exposed, because he puts even a butterfly on his on his background. If you see his videos, butterfly is absolute CIA's mind control monarch project. Okay, this is how even in their Illuminati movies they keep using butterflies. It's all about transformation, but what they transform is they transform good people into bad people. That is their transformation process. And even Dipti girl, the lady who came to read about Sushan diaries, and of course those are not even Sushan diaries, but she also initially she used to put butterfly as her background, whenever she did the video shoot about the diaries. So all these people are literally saying, we work for Illuminati, we worship Lucifer, we are the beast. And then Ambrance guy also said that, oh, the chosen ones, once you meet your God, when you're one with him, when you'll understand, then you will be the most happiest person. Now I tell you, they come out with these shows called Devil in Ohio, where they say the chosen ones are the ones who are the willing sacrifice for their Lucifer. So what the Ambrance guy was saying was, when you are the chosen one, when somebody is doing all this with you, involuntary muscle thing, and trying to control and trying to take away everything from you, and blah and blah and blah, you will become one with God. Okay, so it's like you will marry God, or whatever, you'll meet him, or whatever that BS. He meant Lucifer. Okay, he's literally working for the beast system, and he was totally talking about satanic sacrificial, the sacrifice for the Lucifer, because in witchcraft you require human sacrifice or child sacrifice. He was just talking about that. And I don't know how many more people are out there as like chosen ones, because I've had cars who would just circle around or pass by in such a way where on their front windshield it's written in big red color sticker, chosen one. Okay, so maybe they want to tell like I'm the chosen one for their Lucifer, and like I'm the one who's gonna get married. They call it like marriage with the first prophet. And who is their first prophet? It's Lucifer, right? So marriage with him. No, it's not Lucifer, but it's the fire. First prophet, marriage with first prophet is fire. So marrying with fire, it means you're giving a willing sacrifice by burning yourself, and that is the sacrifice for their Lucifer. Okay, this is all BS. Like, this is what they say, and they program and all that BS. So Ambrance guy is totally exposed. He works for the beast system. And even the Gerald Sosby, ex-FBI agent, he loves this torch where he just torches around and says, oh, I like to illuminate FBI's mafia plan, or whatever, the BS torture plan, right? He's not illuminating FBI's mafia plan. He's illuminating their Luciferian Illuminati plan. Okay, that's what. But FBI, this Gerald Sosby, is full of lies. He literally talks on his website all about me, how he made me torture with all their FBI tactics and Illuminati and witchcraft tactics and cockroaches and all stuff, right? So obviously, even Gerald Sosby, ex-FBI agent, Robert Duncan, CIA, all these people are exposed with their witchcraft. And of course, military is in on this, DARPA, DOD, Pentagon, everybody are in on this. And when somebody will see my videos, they'll understand like what these people are doing when they are into witchcraft, how much lies they put, what sacrifices, and what all BS torture techniques that they use, slave programming and sex programming, all kind of stuff, And this Dr. Greer guy, he's not gonna tell any truth to people. Trying to make contact, or doing meditation, we are trying to contact aliens, but there are no aliens out there. There's just jinns and demons out there. So and these people planning for EMP attacks and fake alien invasion, and we star kids like Sushant Singh Rajput and me, and like we all are like so such a hindrance to these this cabal, like when their UFO cover-up falters, and so they're rounding up the star kids and all that. So their goal is to terminate us, but if that doesn't work, then they want us to join them. That is their second goal. So for so many years of torture from 2000, I don't know, 2005, 2001, I don't know, from whenever their torture started. All these years they couldn't kill me, and now they're still trying so much hard. They're going even harder on me, but it's not really working. So maybe they shouldn't be mind programming my mind, they should be programming their mind, or we'll see. I mean, if Almas Jacob is saying that their Lucifer is going to rule, the Antichrist is going to rule only for 7 years, and then Jesus Christ is going to come back, then one would think, why are these people planning for 100 years, or even, who knows, even over 100 years for their Luciferian reign, it is so bizarre, and their one world order for their Lucifer and for the Antichrist, and I don't know, it's just bizarre logic that for 7 years of rule, and in fact they're planning for their own death in 7 years. but they've been planning it for 100 years. I mean, they're making these UFOs and fake alien attacks and EMP and God knows what all they're doing. It's just to live for another 7 years. Is kind of, the logic is kind of a little off here. I'm not sure, but I guess the time will tell.